two stories remain as unbeatens collide for the title.
Could it get any more dramatic?
Jim Harbaugh and the Wolverines are looking to finish the mission, while Michael Penix Jr. and the Huskies hope to write their perfect ending.
The final chapter, and the stakes couldn't be higher.
A new playoff champion will be crowned. The College Football Playoff National Championship. Number 1 Michigan versus number 2 Washington. Monday at 7:30 Eastern on ESPN.
Benjamin Betts. It's all about the Benjamin Betts, baby. You know what's up? Yes, Benjamin Betts, baby.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to Benjamin Betts, the most unsubscribed and unlistened to betting podcast in the sports world, where if you pick the opposite of what we pick, you'd be a very wealthy individual right now. Very wealthy. Nonprofits would be making money on our side.
Yes.
And I say all of that to say, whoa, miserable week 17 in the NFL, Corey.
Yeah, not great. And we went into it feeling pretty good. And I would say we made good selections. It just sometimes, Jared, the cookie crumbles in a different way. You know, started off, we were kind of going up against each other here with our picks, and I know it didn't start off great for that Detroit Cowboys game for you, and I ended up covering with Detroit. Felt pretty good going into Sunday, and then we knew that Baltimore-Miami game was going to be the, like you said, Baltimore is going to destroy Miami. I was like, no, Miami will hang. Did you? 7-0. Miami's come out the gate strong. And then it was just destruction by the Ravens.
Well, it would be nice to be like, I told you so. But I also went 2-4 this week in my parlay, as you went 2-4.
Yeah.
And then our mortgage double struck out. So
it was bad.
Just this. So in lieu of that,
yeah,
Corey and I have decided to do things a little bit different this week. There's going to be one bet this week. There's not going to be a parlay this week. There's going to be one bet this week, and we're going to whittle our way down to that.
Yes.
Put all of our eggs in one basket, one bet this week. We're still going to have a mortgage for you today. Don't worry about that.
Yes.
There's going to be one bet this week, but we're still going to work through our normal process and hopefully finish out the NFL regular season on a positive. Like, goodness gracious, man, what a downer.
Yeah.
For us going on. Like, we came out. I feel like we come out in the season hot.
Yeah.
And then we need to roll with the punches mid to late season a little bit better.
Yeah, it's very weird. I mean, it's like that Thanksgiving week hits and then we just crumble, and I don't know why. You'd think we get more like data on the teams, and we should be able to be like making a better selection on our picks, and then it's just like, and there's some unluckiness to these things too. But yeah, this is 2 years in a row now. Shot out the gate strong, fumbled at the end.
So the truth is, FanDuel is just paying us a lot of money to make focus.
If only that were true. If only that were true. Well,
here's the good news, and this is what gives me hope this week. Corey, you want to know what gives me hope?
What?
We can't bet on the Thursday game. It's Friday as of the recording of this.
That's true.
And I don't think there was there a Thursday game? Did I miss something?
No Thursday game. In fact, there's not even is there even a Friday game? It's just Saturday.
No, man, we're starting Sunday. On Saturday.
Yeah, man. So that's good. Maybe that's a good omen for things.
It is. So let's start with that. We're going to go through our newer process. Corey and I have each picked 6 games and a specific bet from that game that we'd like to bet. We're going to go through all of them. The way that this process is going to work today is if Corey and I match on anything, that's just going to go to the next round until we've whittled it down to run. If we don't match on anything, it doesn't matter unless we match on absolutely nothing. And then the debate begins to find that one thing that we're going to bet on this week.
Okay. I like it.
All right. So Pittsburgh going into Baltimore. Baltimore probably sitting a lot of people. Pittsburgh in the playoff hunt. Did you take anything here?
I avoided it. Probably the smart money here is on Pittsburgh because you're right. They have everything to play for, and Baltimore could care less about this game. But I did stay away.
I think Lamar puts up 21 points in the first quarter. And Baltimore +3 at home makes a lot of sense to me. So you stayed away from it. I took it. So slash one of mine. I got 5 games left.
Okay.
This might as well be a playoff game.
Yeah.
Houston going to the Colts. Do you like anything here?
I just can't. I still don't really trust either team, so I don't know. Like, I couldn't go into this with like any certainty of being able to feel strong about either pick. I think both teams are fun. They're interesting to watch. I mean, if you had a gun to my head, I'd say Colts +1.5, but I did not pick this game.
You're way off. Texans -1.5 is what I took. I love CJ Stroud, rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Texans, maybe it's the Houston native in me. I'm taking Texans, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that you took anything in this next game because both of these teams have done you so dirty this year. Falcons at Saints. I took nothing here. Did you take something?
I totally took something.
Oh my God.
I think the Falcons, again, dumpster fire. The Saints have a chance. I mean, the Falcons do too, to make the playoffs. I think the Saints cruise here. I took a -3. They're at home, make the playoffs. Like they showed up last week against the Bucks. I know this whole division is like roller coaster ride, so this is probably gonna be a bad week. But I think the Saints come out when they know one game at home -3 against a stupid Falcons team. I took it.
I'm willing to revisit this one in the future just for the sake of my father. Rest his soul.
Yes.
Because this would be if there was ever a game where like he would probably dress the whole family up and require them to sit down and watch a game and root against his most hated team at home, New Orleans at home. So I'm willing to come back to you on this if we don't align anywhere else. I'm willing to come back to this.
Did your dad ever see the Saints in the playoffs? Did they?
No.
No.
Before my dad passed away, he got to witness Aaron Brooks lead the Saints to their first ever playoff win.
Oh.
And that was a huge deal.
Yeah.
But God is a funny individual, and he took him before the Drew Brees times.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, I think that came from a lot of the things that were said on Sundays growing up in a Saints household. I don't know that he deserved to see the promised land. I don't know, Corey.
It's like that Bible story where it's like you're not going to get in the promised land. I forget, they lost.
Moses messed up, man.
Yeah.
Moses messed up. Didn't deserve to be in the promised land. Didn't deserve to see it. My father probably falls into that category. But I'm willing to come back.
But Moses still ended up in heaven, and the Saints still won a championship. So
there you go. Cleveland at Cincinnati. I had no read on this game. Don't like any of the overs, unders, +7s, -7s. Feels like a trap.
Yeah, I wasn't ready to take another Jake Browning roller coaster ride that we have been on several times this season, and I just couldn't do it. I did not have any idea what to pick here, so I stayed away.
Okay, Jacksonville going to Tennessee. If our producer knows anything, it's that Tennessee is a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
So this isn't so much that I believe in the Jags, it's that I have zero faith, even at home, of the Tennessee Titans doing anything well late in the season. Jacksonville trying to secure a playoff spot. They're coming off of a good week. I like them.
Well, this may be our game. I don't know, or moves on to the next round. I had Jacksonville here, -3.5.
-3.5?
Yep.
Oh, this may be it, Corey. Okay, so I've said 3 of mine. You've said 2 of yours so far?
Yeah, I've said 2 of mine.
Okay, let's go now to the team, Tampa. Big loss last week, but, you might as well be playing a team of mannequins in the Carolina Panthers who did you specifically dirty last week.
Yeah.
Anything here that you're interested in? I took nothing here.
If you go back to last year's episodes of Benjamin Betts and I wanted the Seahawks to tank for Bryce Young, I am so glad that didn't happen. I don't know if he's got it, Jared. I truly don't. He's played the whole season, and they had a chance against the Jacksonville team with no Trevor Lawrence, and they had pooped the bed. He looked bad. So I didn't pick any of this, but you probably could twist my arm and say, the Bucks, and I would go that route. But I don't want anything to do with the Panthers.
Fair. I mean, this next game, talk about must turn off TV. The Jets at the Patriots. 10 years ago, these teams were sitting atop the AFC East regularly.
Yeah.
Back when it was Rex Ryan, Belichick. And now this is like, who cares?
Yeah.
Outside of the Northeast, who wants to watch this game?
It's like one of those games where they both clearly want to lose, but they can't make it obvious. So I don't know how you handle that. We're going for it on 4th and 15 on our own 2, but it's we thought that was a good play. And it's I think it's just going to be both of them just subtly trying to lose the game. So I don't know I don't know. I mean, I guess the under, even though it's 30.5, but I did not pick this game.
Yeah, I did not pick. All right, so you still got 4 picks left. I've still got 3 picks. We're getting closer to our afternoon games, but not just yet. Big divisional game here. Minnesota going to Detroit. Detroit's already secured the division. I don't think anything else necessarily matters. I think starters are going to play in this game.
Detroit can get the 2 seed if things broke right.
So they do have something to play for. They do have something to play for. I like Detroit here. I like Detroit -3 at home.
I stayed away. I didn't know. Is this a game where they play the first half, and then they're we really don't care if we get the 2 seed, so let's sit. And then the Vikings are trying. They have a chance to make the playoffs, so they're still fighting for this. I don't know. I stayed away, but I could maybe go Detroit, but I did stay away.
I think it's fine to stay away. I think there's some good thoughts there. Let's go into the afternoon games. Chicago visiting Packers, young quarterbacks here. It feels like in Chicago we have a situation where the quarterback is continuing to play for their job. Justin Fields is running around like a man possessed, trying to say hey, please don't use the number 1 pick on Caleb Williams. There's no need to do that.
Yeah.
Please don't do that. So Chicago +3. Yeah, I mean, Packers are playing okay, but I love Chicago in this game.
Man, I had this circled, if you will. Not actually circled, but in my brain circled Chicago +3. I mean, this is I would even consider doing a little alternate spread, maybe Chicago +6.5. I think, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm sorry, -2.5 is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I think they got this game. I feel very strongly.
I do too. All right, so we've got 2 we're aligned on.
Interesting.
It's going to be very interesting. Okay, so that's all of mine. No, I'm sorry, I have 1 more. You have 3 left?
I have 3 left. That's correct.
Okay, great. Dallas at Commanders feels like a trap, Corey Dickman, even though, especially because we're out of the month of December, and that's when Dak loses all of his superpowers.
Yes.
They just go away. It's like the moon coming out and the moon going away. So I didn't take anything in this game.
Well, to piggyback on what you said, the moon goes away, the moon comes out, Dak becomes terrible. Under 47.5 feels like such a solid bet here. The Cowboys have just they're not scoring. They've let us down in trying to cover the over on these games. Washington put up 10 points against the Niners, which I know the Niners have a good defense, but the Cowboys do too. Under 47.5. I just think the Cowboys, they'll be watching that Eagles game pretty closely because whoever wins that, I guess, takes the division there. But I just don't see a world where they get to 48 points here. I just don't. So
okay.
Give me that. That I did have this selection, 47.5 under.
Okay. Well, the trap game of the week for Corey, Seattle going to Arizona. Corey, what I learned last week is in bird versus bird matchups, pick the Cardinals. Pick the Cardinals. But I don't have this game. I've learned to stay away from Seattle in our relationship. Did you take anything here?
I stayed away. I don't trust us. I think we're at times, I'm trying to use a nice word that still describes that bad team. I mean, just we don't care. I just think I don't see it. You know, I could have told you last week Geno was going to get sacked and fumbled on that one of those final drives. That just felt like it. It was going to happen. And so I don't believe us. We probably win this game going away, but I stayed away. I don't know. I didn't like it. Doesn't smell right. I think if the Packers lose and we win, or Seattle wins, Seattle's in. I believe that's how it shakes down here. So the Bears game will be, but if the Bears get up or if the Packers get up a couple scores, I don't think we have the resolve. And the Cardinals are playing well. I mean, the Cardinals, man, they got nothing to lose. They're out there rolling the dice. They don't care. So, but I stayed away.
Okay. I like it. Rams going to the 49ers. Big divisional game. I'm not sure if LA is officially in the playoffs.
They
100%.
are.
Okay, so
they're in.
These teams could run into each other again. This could be a preview of something we see. This is the only over I took for the week. I took the over here.
Oh, okay. I could go the over. I picked the Rams +4. I think, the Niners are going to probably sit everybody. Now, the Rams will sit everybody, but I think the Rams, I could see them like getting this win or losing in a close game. I know it doesn't mean much for either team, but something about the points here made me excited. I think McVay would care about getting this win. But the over 41.5, I feel like that could happen too. I just don't know the Rams quarterback. I don't know who that's going to be. And then the Niners backup QB. I don't know about who puts up the points here, but I liked Rams +4.
Okay, but you did take Rams +4 as one of yours?
Yes.
All right. Eagles, Giants. I'm out of picks, so I have nothing for anything else. Why don't you just direct us to what you have left?
Yeah, I mean, Eagles, Giants, I passed. I don't know who the Eagles are anymore. I have no idea. They have an identity crisis. The Broncos at Raiders. This is the one where you might as well just set the stadium on fire. Not because I want anybody to die, but who cares about this game? Chiefs at Chargers. Their third stringers are going to be in all over the place there. I passed on that. I like the last game of the night.
Oh, I stayed away.
And this feels like a sucker bet because the Dolphins have played like doo-doo. And the Bills, I think, are very motivated. They need this win, clearly. So give me Bills -2.5. I think it's a sucker. It's luring you in to say Bills win by a field goal, but I took it anyway. I said, fine, okay. Josh Allen, I got you. So I took it.
Okay, so then let's review. We have two things where we're aligned on. We need to pick one of them. Jacksonville -3.5 or Chicago Bears. If I'm being 100% honest with you, I like the Chicago bet better than I like the Tennessee bet for a number of reasons. One, we're talking about a very inconsistent Jacksonville team this year. Not that either Chicago or Green Bay are the models of consistency right now, but I think I stand by what I said. Fields is going to show up. He's going to play hard. This may be a close game, but we're getting points, and I really do think Chicago comes through in here. So I'm going to say to you, let's channel our inner Mike Ditka. Cheese and brats, Corey. Cheese and brats. And I say we take the Bears +3, even though they're playing, on a cold day at Lambeau Field. Dun, 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 dun.
Lambeau.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. I say we do our Super Bowl shuffle, and we take Bears -2.5, and we get +172.
I'm with it.
Let's juice it up. They win by 3, -2.5 Bears. Yeah,
I'm in.
Double our money.
I'm in. I'm way
okay.
in.
All right, I like it. Let's book it, baby.
I only have one game I care about on Sunday now. I'm not in fantasy. You're done with fantasy too.
Yep.
We got one for one day. We're Bears fans, baby.
Okay, and then the mortgage. What we do is do Jacksonville -3.5, Bears +3. We tease it +100. So the mortgage bet is Bears +7.5, Jacksonville +1.
Or if you'd be interested, I'd say we go back to your let the Bears be their own thing, so that if that goes right, it doesn't affect the mortgage. Let's go. I'm willing to go back to your Saints Falcons game, get involved in that, and then yes, I agree with you on the Jags, and let's tease both of those favorably.
Okay. So then we're getting Jacksonville +1, Saints +1.5 at +100 to pay your mortgage.
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. I like that. Oh, this might be a little foreshadowing into next season's picks. Maybe we just go one and go all in. I like that.
Go all in, baby. Go all in. The time of the parlay may be ending here at Benjamin Bets.
Yeah.
There's just too much heartbreak, Corey. There's just so much heartbreak.
I would love to know, and maybe we got to sit down one day and go through the last 2 years of how many 5-1 weeks we had, 4-2 weeks, 3-3, 2-4. We've probably, I know we've had a couple 1-5s. I don't think we've ever 0-6'd though.
I don't think so.
I don't think.
And similarly,
or maybe
we've never 6-0.
Well, we've never 6-0. We do know that, but yeah, I'd like to go.
So you can't bet against us. You can't bet against us either. And hope it gets a parlay.
There's an old admiral that once said, "It's a trap," and we are a trap. You can't pick us. But we're fun to listen to. Like, come on, people. I mean, you make some money. We do need to compile the stats for the year. I think we're at 500. Yes.
We'll go. We'll have some time. I know we're getting together soon. We'll look at some things. We'll compile some things and see if it can. But this is this going to wrap us up for the year? We bet in playoffs. How are you feeling about all this?
Man, I feel like we need to come back at least one more episode. Kind of see. Obviously, we need to talk about what happens in this week 18. But then maybe we give our Super Bowl picks or something like that. But then that means we got to come back for another episode to recap it. So I don't think we're done yet. And we need to tee up our League of Legends stuff too, So we do need to tee that up. So we're not done yet. We'll have at least a couple more episodes of NFL.
Okay. Just making sure. Making sure.
Yeah.
But that's going to wrap us up. This is a weird way to sign off for our listeners. Bears. Tease them. -2.5. One bet this week, you all. One bet. And then the mortgage, as always, we're teasing. We're getting some more points. I believe you said Jacksonville plus 1.5.
+1 and Saints +1.5. Yep.
Saints so pretty much Jacksonville and New Orleans. You got to pull it out.
You got to win, guys. You got to win. Come on now, just win. Just win, baby. Go.
But that's really going to wrap us up for this week on Benjamin Bets. Everybody enjoy the last regular season games of the NFL, and we'll be with you next week to start talking some playoffs.
Yes, sir. We're gonna get it done.
Yeah. This has been a Rogue Media Network production.